What's up, guys? We are doing a commentary this morning from my son's school drop-off line. Here a little bit early. We are starting off with a 223-pound log, doing an EMOM, and there will be an AMRAP at the end. This is a more or less full upper body day. I didn't show all of my warm-ups and every single set of everything, but you'll get the gist of it. I even filmed some of my accessories that you guys think I don't do. There's Dante making a cameo doing box jumps in the background. What up, Dante?
Hey.
But yeah, I don't know going forward if I'm going to kind of keep the split like this. But this is more or less how the next probably month or so will go. Logs have been really fun again. I kind of forgot about them, but it's been a fun movement to do. I haven't really done them very much since the weight loss, or at least probably since like early last summer. So fun to bring those back around, bring some of the strongman movements indoors because it's cold as fuck outside. I'm not the biggest fan of training in the cold, so there's that. And it's more or less, this is kind of in that same cross fat setup, if you will. Power first, then kind of absolute strength, and then something with more of a stretch, even though don't really think I did the more of a stretch thing with my third movement, but I needed to get some Larson presses back in my life, so those ended up being the third movement. Spoiler alert. We moved on from here to weighted pull-ups, and I was just gonna work up to a 100-pound weighted pull-up and back off and do some rep work, but it felt really good. This was 115, which was a PR, and it felt really good, so I loaded up 125, and I filmed this vertical for a reel, but you guys can tell me if this was a good lift or not. I mentioned on my reel and on my short, is it a good lift or not? Probably not the best angle to film from. It kind of looks like my chin was close there. I'll let you guys be the judge. I am no street lifting / calisthenics expert. Did another EMOM with a plate and a quarter. I was gonna do triples, but I got overzealous. I probably should have just used a plate, but it turned into a triple, then a double, then a single, and that was all I had. I could have spaced it out more and got the triples in, but I was trying to keep it moving. I spent a lot of time at the gym anyway, and when with my son there, of course, he's training and he has a great time at the gym, but you don't want to stay there all morning and kind of hold him hostage, and we still did cardio after this. I ended up working up to 395 pounds for a t-shirt touch on Larson press. A little bit of room left over, but there was no need to go any heavier. I'd already pushed really hard on 2 upper body movements already, so we'll just take that for what it was. It is a 55-pound bar, if you're wondering about the math there. All of our power bars are bent because people abuse equipment at the gym and don't use it properly. So I typically, when I'm benching at the gym, I'll use a squat bar since they're big and heavy and nobody likes to mess with them because they are big and heavy. They're the only bars there that aren't bent. So thankfully the dweebs are afraid to use it and still have a decent bar. So that's what I'm typically doing there. I'm emphasizing biceps a little bit right now. It's not something I've ever done. I really like the way these cable curls feel. I've done some preacher curls and stuff too, don't get me wrong. I do some dumbbell curls as well. But just the contraction, these just feel good. They feel like my bicep is getting the most work done. No reason other than that. That's how they feel to me. It feels like I am getting a lot of bang for my buck with these, and I feel it a lot in my biceps. So that is why these are my primary bicep movement for the time being. Taking them to, absolute failure, or as close as I can get. I think that last rep right there, and then this one, I think I didn't get this one, so yeah, it did go to absolute failure. But emphasizing that while not neglecting triceps, of course. Again, triceps push downs, they just feel fantastic to me, with a number of various attachments. Picked up the V-bar from my man Bald Omni Man. These have felt great. Like using them a lot, and again, going to failure with them. And they're just a great stimulus. They're such a classic movement too. No need to overcomplicate some things. Some things just feel good. And again, with the neutral grip, the mag grip pull downs here, they feel good. Again, I like how they feel. I can take them to failure. And that's why I'm doing them. I really like this bar. I think neutral grip kind of goes underappreciated sometimes. It doesn't have the same pizzazz as like a traditional pronated grip. But these mag bar attachments, man, they're amazing. They feel really good. Obviously this is upper back movement, but you're still going to get some bicep stimulus, some forearm stimulus from this as well, secondarily. So it's good to take note of that. And I did some more biceps. Just another biceps curl with a different attachment, maybe hitting it just a little bit different. That's what she said, giggity. But yeah, so typically my upper days, I'm going to emphasize like upper back and triceps and maybe shoulders. But for right now, I'm, when I get to my accessory work, definitely putting biceps in the primary position. That's the most lagging part of me by far and away. So they don't look as small anymore. Let me get a thumbnail, because I'm smaller. So that helps a lot. But when I was at my peak, they were physically bigger. Like my biceps and my arms were bigger, but they looked much smaller because my body was a whole lot bigger. So that's the key. If you want your muscles to look big, just make the muscles around them look smaller. And the ones you want to look big will look bigger by proxy. Getting back into jump roping, I just threw some in here at the end of the day before we went and did our list cardio. Haven't jump roped in forever. We were at Walmart the other day and I was like, oh, a jump rope, I haven't done that in a long time, so I just grabbed it. Yeah, this will be part of my warm-ups and some of my finishers and in between sets. And then I attempted some double unders at the end. Again, it's been years, but I think I managed 3 in a row. Yep, and then 4 or 5. But yeah, peace.